Quick story of gayness. Go through my comments, you'll see the whole collaboration. Okay. Gay story. Fall in love with girl. Girl amazing. But doesn't value having a career or like a fucking license or, you know, basic shit that people should have by the time they're 16. Anyway, you know, kind of be a dick, kind of push her into the arms of a dickhead that you know, okay, there's, you know, she's like, blah, 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 I want to work with you, right? This bitch doesn't work, right? She doesn't get jobs, or whatever. I'm like, all right, apply at my fucking place that I work at right now, and I'll get you in. Applies, gets in, because I'm like, yo, boss, this is my bitch's name. Yo, hire her on. He's like, yeah, we a new company. We hiring on people like fucking mad. Hires her on. Okay? Right. Okay? I'm working construction. I'm fucking a laborer. She's a fucking growing plants. I'm not specify what type of plants. She's growing plants, right? She rid of this motherfucking nigga. This big ass Shrek looking ass Caillou motherfucker. Right? We blaze, we chill sometime, like very rarely, but like once or twice, we blaze in this car. This shit, do dads, whatever. This nigga's wicked weed, connoisseur fag, classic fucking Starbucks douche. Starbucks, stoner lemonade stand type of dude. Right, terpenes, ba. Anyway, don't think nothing of it, because this nigga, like, look like he fucking do his eyebrows. He literally looks like Shrek and Caillou had a kid. Really weird looking motherfucker. Anyway, right, this bitch perpetually spending money, blah, 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 blah. You know, like, yo, I'm trying to, you know, I come from a poor family. I'm trying to get myself established, you know what I mean? Like, as much as I get it, you know, I want to treat you to good shit. I took this bitch out to see Molly Ringwald live. We seen fucking Kevin Hart live. Went to fucking amusement parks and shit. I had no money. I still figured it out. Anyway, this fucking bitch, like, she couldn't get her shit together. So I'm like, I kept pushing her away. I'm like, yo, I love you and shit. Like, I want this to work out, but like, you need to get your driver's license. You need to get a job. Like, you don't technically have your high school diploma. Your dad claimed to have homeschooled you and then never really got you an equivalent of a GED. Still, you know, I'm still, like, I didn't go that harsh, but anyway, I went ham one day and I was like, yo, your dad, yo, daddy useless. I emailed him some crazy shit. I'm like, yo, you useless. Your kids are fucking fucked because you can't get your shit together. Anyway, that's, you know, that's gauche. On top of the fact that I'm pushing her into this nigga's actually, yo, I'm still talking to this nigga that we used to work with, and he seems, I'm like, yeah, cool, he seems really smart, he seems really chill. Go talk to him more, go figure it out. Anyway, I'm hurting, like, my shit's fucked up, like, I'm having a hard time. I'm like, yo, I miss you. I'm being, like, completely not as I'm like, yo, my fucking heart's breaking, yo, I miss you, girl, She's like, I think we gotta be, I want to be friends. I'm like, what? I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, I hate, whatever. Like, totally, instead of, she's like, I'm gonna give you a chance. Instead of, like, trying to fix shit, I'm like, yo, I got mad bitches, I don't have mad, I had a couple, not while we were together, but, like, things worked out. Like, I'm not a fucking body boy, so, like, they was biddies on deck. What do you want me to say? I'm committed. But if you gonna fucking play me, they on deck. What do you want me to do? So I try to be like a big dick instead of saying, like, you know, I like you, like, I want to be with you, like, I actually cherish our relationship. Like, yo, I got mad biddies, so obviously that pushed her away. Blah 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 blah. A little bit of regret. Flash forward, all right, blah blah blah. I bitched out. I was like fucking mad, hurt, listening to Joji music, blah blah blah. Flash forward a year later, fucking, dude, she called the cops on me twice because I was like messaging her. I'm like trying to get a hold of her and shit. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Like, I'm fucking hurting real bad. I'm real hardcore simping hard. Anyway, on this bitch. Anyway. Yeah, the simpage, whatever happens. she called the cops on me twice because like her harassment and shit. But like all I was saying was like, bitch, like I wasn't like threatening her. I wasn't doing anything. I was like laying out how the relationship happened. Like the only thing I want from you is for you to be independent, to have a source of income, and to just be generally independent. I want you to be able to take a car, drive away from me, do whatever the fuck you want, and in the end all be all, when everything is said and done, you go, you know what? This motherfucker had my back, and this motherfucker had my best interest in mind, and I'm gonna back him up. But that's not what she had. She couldn't. You know what I mean? I'm freaking out on her dumbass, fucking useless father. And all she sees is like, this dude's angry. This dude's angry for no reason. He's just getting mad for no reason. Bitch. I want you to become a successful human being. Figure it out. I'm so sorry that I dissed your useless fucking... That's brutal though. Like, you love your parents. Like if somebody fucking trashes your mom, your dad, doesn't matter. You're gonna go ape shit. But either way, anyway, this is after long. I tried to break it slowly down. Didn't work out. Anyway, so flashback. Call the cops on me twice. I think I'm never gonna hear from this chick again. Like this is like probably my third love. Third love. You ever seen Workaholics? Yo, third. You never heard of Third Love? So like, I probably thought like I had these great loves with these broads. Like, no, she's probably my second love. Anyway, I'm not that dumb, but I'm pretty fucking dumb. You don't believe in love. It's fucking stupid. Just believe in money and establishing yourself. Everything will come after that. But anyway, yeah. So yeah, I think this bitch is the love of my life. I'm trying to like do whatever I could passively aggressively do to sort of be in the picture. Anyway, I give up. Like a year and a half, I go through a whole like hideous fucking life trials and tribulations, right? Imagine like your whole family dies. Essentially, that's what happened to me. She comes back a year later. Oh, hey, I heard your whole family died. I'm so sorry. I'm like, yeah, it was really hard. Just doesn't have the mental capacity to understand. Like your family's still there. You have your whole family with you. Anyway, she's bitching at me because the dude. Okay, listen to this. This is the grand culmination of this whole 7-minute shit that you've been listening to. Okay, you have an ex-girlfriend, right? Think she's the love of your life. You're gonna spend the rest of your life with her, right? Okay, shit goes down, blah 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 blah. Shit doesn't work out, whatever. She doesn't talk to you for 8 months. You think, you're never gonna hear from this person again. They add you as a friend. They start going off on how her boyfriend's ignoring her. Her current boyfriend, the Caillou Shrek-looking motherfucker that she met at the job that you got her, but she refuses to acknowledge that you got her, by the way. She goes, oh no, it's because I handed my resume in. It's not because I handed my resume in after I asked you to get me in, and then you talked to your boss and specifically mentioned her. That wasn't it. It was because, her non-education, not even high school fucking education, got her into a job that required you to have your bare minimum high school. Anyway, not gonna get into that. So she starts talking about how their relationship isn't going well because he got her a job working some shitty construction, fucking painting and caulking like renovated, like new, like subdivisions, right? They're building subdivisions like crazy, pretty much everywhere. Caulking and painting subdivisions. So one of the guys on their crew, or somebody who works in the construction division, this dude's name's like Joey or some shit. She starts talking to him and hitting on him because their relationship's going south because they can't figure it out, right? This is just... And it just blows my mind because this is all her telling me this. Like, we got together, hang out for like 2 days. And she's just spilling the nightmare that I avoided for the year and a half. But it sucks because, like, when you care about someone, you're like, I pictured us working out, but instead you would rather jump into a volcano of shit. Anyway, this dude, honestly, this dude is like pathetic. Can't hold down a job. He's been leeching money. The guy that she left me for is leeching money off her parents, her dad, her mom. Like, she's paying for this dude to like pay his bills and shit. Anyway. So we spent she comes over for the weekend. She came over Saturday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I don't know. We hung out, dude. It was like old times, yo. Like, we both like horror movies. We both have a lot of shit in common. Like, we're just chilling. Like, I'm not being a creep. I'm not trying to do anything because I get it. But at the same time, I'm like, look at me. Like, I have nothing to worry about. When we were together, I still had fuck all to worry about. I still figured it out. And you're running around with this retard. And then, on top of that, she's having issues because she's... Okay, the irony in this. Can you not see the irony? So she left me for a guy that she met at a job that I got her, which is way more pathetic than what's happening now. In terms of, like, I'm pathetic for going out of my way for somebody like this. So, she leaves me for a guy that she met at a job that I got her, which she refuses to acknowledge that I fucking got her. I got you the fucking job. I got the job first. You wanted to work with me. I fucking talked to my bosses. You put in your resume and you got hired 2 weeks later. How often does that happen? Anybody who fucking works regularly or has multiple jobs, that's not how... You got to go through a little bit more shit than that to get hired. Anyway, she leaves me for a guy that she met at the job that I got her. And then 8 months later, after I'm butthurt, I go through the worst hell of my life, wishing that this fucking dumbass video would come back. She comes back 8 months later and says, "Oh, things are going rough with the idiot that I left you for. That's a dumbass. I can't get his shit together, and now he doesn't trust me. He hasn't been speaking to me because he found messages of me speaking with some other guy." Because I was talking to some guy on a construction site that I was working with. There's some guy that worked for the company named Joey or whatever the fuck. And she's still talking to this guy. She's telling me about how, like, her current boyfriend that she left me for can't find out that we're hanging out together because she literally has nobody in her life. And it's so pathetic, but it's so, like, I'm trying to get this across because, like, even it's hard for... I think I'm an intellectual, but it's even hard for me to process. So, my brain's breaking right now because, like, this is what I had to deal with through my... So, okay, guy, she left me for one Caillou fucking Shrek, right? And she's telling me about how she's having problems with him because he caught her talking to some other guy at her new job that he maybe have gotten her. I don't know. But imagine, like, your ex, like, you think you're so butthurt. Like, if you're one of those people that believes in karma and believes in the universe and what goes around comes around, like, it does eventually. Like, there's never been a situation in my life where I've been rooked and somewhere down the line the person that rooks me gets their just desserts. Okay, well, just be a good person. That's all I have to say. This isn't a good video. This isn't really a good person thing, but it's more of like it's kind of like a... Life is really complicated, and not a lot of people can express how things function and how things work out. But I think I have a slight grasp on it when I'm intoxicated, and which I am. But yeah, imagine that. Like, you think you lost the love of your life to some goon, and then she comes back 8 months later and says everything's been going absolutely horribly, and on top of that, I'm doing the same thing. And the guy that she cheated on me, or, like, she didn't cheat, she, like, whatever, started talking to him, was like, I didn't cheat on you because I left you. The. She was hanging, whatever. She mentally cheated on me before you fucking figured it out. Anyway, she's telling me now she's having problems because she's talking to some other guy at the job that they're working at. And it's like, and I pointed this out to him, like, do you not see the similarities? Do you not see why your boyfriend's a little bitch? She told me that he told her, you're doing the same thing that my ex-girlfriend did to me, talking to other guys while... Do you, the way that you're dating her right now, right? You got with her through a job that I got her, right? And now you're having... Now, some guy at the job that you got her is talking to her and causing issues. And then she's coming to me to complain. Do we not see the irony and the similar, the fucking universal synchronicity in this? It's like a come full circle situation. And she pays attention to my YouTube, so that's why I'm posting this. And also, to help anyone else that's in these types of fucking weird situations, don't focus. When you hear these guys telling you to focus on yourself, focus on your finances, that's it. Don't focus on anyone else. If you don't, I'm not saying that it's impossible to find a partner or someone in the world that has your best interest in mind or that you get along with. That happens very rarely, though. And if you have that, hold on to that for dear fucking life. If you've been with someone for years, through thick and thin, that is special. This is over the course of 3 years. Okay? In 3 years, my life has gone from I don't have to worry about anybody to this bitch to my whole family dying and then her coming back, right? It's a fairly short period of time, right? If you have enough investment and you guys have been through thick and thin, this is a frail relationship. It's not crazy, but a cautionary tale, I guess. You know what I mean? Things don't always work out in your favor, but if you focus on yourself and you can. It was hard for me, and it's still difficult for me. I still listen to Joji music. I'm still butthurt, but at the same time, I understand. I understand anybody else is in heartbreak and is just missing somebody, or if you were alone for the majority of your life. You know what I mean? It's I get it. I have not been alone for the majority of my life, and I am alone now, and it's very difficult. And I get it, and I kind of got it back then. I was always an island of a person, but now I really get it, and it's interesting. It's better to focus on yourself, honestly. It's nice to spread the love and have somebody there that gives a shit about you, but you got to make sure the people in your life are... If somebody cares about you and loves you, they'll have your best interest in mind no matter what. Sometimes people will make you feel like shit. Sometimes they'll yell at you. Sometimes they'll say things that you don't like. But if you have a proper filter, you can tell when somebody actually cares about you and is telling you these things because they want to better your life. Sometimes it's not the nicest thing to hear. Sometimes it gets you upset. But you really have to reflect on that. And just to finish this off, I've said this to my friends before, to some of my girlfriends that literally cut me off for months and just wouldn't speak to me. I'm like, sometimes they wouldn't we wouldn't speak for so long. They would just think that I'm drunk or retarded. And I'd be like, this is the analogy. I'm like, well, my dad, before I was born, I was pretty young. My cousins had a sick cat, and my uncle, my aunt, my cousins couldn't take it to be put down. They didn't have it in them to put their pet down. So my dad shows up and he just did what needed to be done. The cat was suffering. It was dying. It needed to be done. As bad as it is, as shitty as it is. And my cousin didn't speak to my dad for a year and a half or 2 years. My little cousins, they couldn't, of course, you think that this guy's fucking ruining your life and just causing... But it was the best decision at the time. That's what needed to be done. Nobody else would do it, but this fucking asshole came in and got it done, and a year and a half later, that was the right decision. But you have to wait through that shitty period, and sometimes that period may last forever. You just need to get over it and keep doing you. Keep progressing as a human. Keep doing what's in your best interest. Don't worry about anyone else. And it's so hard to say when you have family that loves you and that cares about you. And it's very difficult if you don't have the knowledge to make the correct decisions in your life. But do make the less risky decisions that you possibly can in your life. Low risk, high reward. It's like if you get into stocks, if you're a scrub, if you're a newbie at stocks, if you're a newbie at saving, investing, you want to go low risk, low yield. So you might lose, you invest 50,000, you may lose 10,000. You may gain like 30, 50,000, whatever, who knows. Well, if you do low risk, low yield investments, like it's pretty much, they tell you what's going to happen, but you know what I mean? Like, take your time, figure shit out, don't rush into things, but yeah, what a fucking ironic fucking hellscape that we live in. You think you're going to spend your whole life with someone and then oh my god, what a nightmare. Yeah 8 months later, comes back and just complains about a mirror, and and then she blocked me. Yeah, I forgot. That's how we're gonna end this. Yeah, that's what happened. She blocked me. We hung out for 2 days. We were watching horror movies. We talked. We got along. It was like old times. We went for sushi. She told me about how she hasn't been for sushi since we were together. She hasn't done anything exciting, like going to see celebrities, like going to theme parks. It's just been a fucking nightmare. And then she's just obsessed with this guy, and I get it. I understand when you care about somebody or whatever, but how can you be that fucking brain dead? For lack of a better word, how can you be that fucking brain dead? Anyway, but really fucking difficult to deal with. Just completely excommunicated me. Somebody you're pining for and just fucking such a fucking faggot beta retard for. They show up at your fucking front door to complain about something you gave two shits about, and then they disappear. She figured it out. As soon as she blocked me, because but anyway, how fucking what a fucking nightmare. I'm just glad I'm not involved in that. I'm just gonna life worked out. Sometimes when you're when you care about it, that's what I was saying earlier. I know how it feels, because when you're just yeah, it'd be nice if it worked out, but it's not gonna happen this time.